So that is approximately 1 cord of wood. This is what I go through per month living out of that 10 by 12 wall tent in Colorado during the winter. The temperatures of which are, if you think about the bell-shaped distribution of the temperatures, average temperatures each month, maybe the top of that curve is probably somewhere around, hovering around 0 degrees. A low maybe goes into the negative 10s and the single digits. And then there's, of course, the periodic Arctic blast, which will get really cold, and then of course the corresponding months. But on average, what you want to plan on is about 1 cord per month. This is my second winter doing this out of the wall tent, living full-time out of the wall tent for a full winter, and so I have a pretty good idea of the wood consumption that I go through. And this is about it. I would plan on 1 cord per month. You don't want to be skimping down on wood. I've done that once or twice and come to the very last little bit of my wood during the coldest months of the winter, and it's like running out of bullets during the war. Not ideal. So as you conduct the daily practice of splitting wood here into finer portions, inevitably chunks will go out and fall into the snow and get that moisture all over it. And when you're finished, you can stack it back over here on top of the moderately heated wood stove, and it will progressively dry it out and also make a fantastic scent throughout the wall tent here of fresh cut pine. Smells great. And yeah, when it's dried out, you can put it into your pile for tomorrow's use, and you're good to go. Notice everything is organized by size here, of which it gets utilized in the fire. So in the beginning here, I have everything set in this little box to start the fire with, and then I have progressively a little bit more of bigger pieces of wood to stack on top of those initial pieces, and then it goes to this size, plenty of these sizes here, and this is what I all put into the wood stove to really get it cranking and pack the stove with this size, and that heat just really catapults then. And of course then I have the bigger logs stacked in the back for prolonged heat distribution over greater periods. So this is a great example of having everything good to go. Let me get a shot of what I start off with typically every morning here. I pack the stove completely full, and that means starting off with 2 logs on the bottom, you see here, and then obviously between those 2 logs, then I'll have some finer kindling here, starting material, and then I'll pack on top. You see all those splits of wood there, kind of medium-sized splits. And then just keep packing the rest of the stove completely full of those medium splits until I can't pretty much stick any more in there. It's -5 in the wall tent here this morning, but the wood stove is changing that really quickly here. Got the stove cranked and the door slightly open, creating the maximum airflow, and that chimney is just glowing red hot. This thing is just dishing out the BTUs. We will be warm here in just a moment. That is a sweet sound in the